again, I'm tickled with the level of participation and the depth of knowledge and just the sheer level of activity and effort that's taking place across the board in additive manufacturing. My eyes have been opened wider today, listening to what's been going on and listening to each of these subject matter experts talk about what they're doing and what remains to be done in terms of additive manufacture. I think we all want the same thing. I think we all want to see that if these capabilities are used, are promulgated, are transitioned more effectively and more efficiently than they have been up to date. We all want to leverage each other's capabilities. We all want to get out of our silos and work in the community space to try to drive these capabilities home sooner rather than later. And the question really remains then is we've been having a lot of discussions here over the last hour about how we do that best. My take on these things is usually I'll look for, and I'm always surprised if I don't find a group or a charter that's doing these things, whether it's additive manufacturing or another initiative that we're driving in a department. And it seems to me that there are appropriate groups that are doing things today along the lines of those things that we've identified as being areas of activity that need to take place to drive additive manufacturing. So job one is going to be to coordinate with those groups who own those charters to ensure that what we've brought forward here today as we're wrapping this thing up align with what they believe their charters are. And that's, can you fix that, Ray, for me right there? What they believe their charters are and get some agreements to what it is they're doing and try to influence or focus some of those efforts based on what we've discussed here today. I heard some things at the high level here of things that need to happen. The definition of the community, the formulation of a DoD strategy at a high level to transition these additive manufacturing capabilities. The definition or the development of a roadmap that aligns to that strategy that talks then, about, what tasks, what activities need to take place, and in what priority order in order to focus our energies as a community as opposed to individual focus areas. Developing a unified body of knowledge. And, we've talked about how to do that, and it seems to me that out of discussions today that we've settled on a place to do that in some formats for how that's to be done. And now it's just going to be really a matter then of inviting the rest of the community to join that, to participate in that, because the body of knowledge is no good unless it encapsulates the whole body. I also something I didn't bring up earlier that I think needs to be done, and I think we're at a position now to do it. And Yogi, it really kind of struck me as you were going through your practitioner's guidance for how to do this best, that we should formalize a practitioner's guidebook or a guide across the department, even to be leveraged then by anybody who's interested in transitioning these capabilities. That there's a lot of war stories. There's been a lot of warts and bumps, and that we've all kind of gotten from our experiences transitioning these capabilities. And if we can take those those experiences and encapsulate those into a guidebook, it would really help the practitioners of today, but also we talked about that workforce development going forward. And how do we pass on what we've learned to those folks going forward? So I would highly recommend that we start the process of assembling a practitioner's guidebook for additive manufacturing and transition thereof. We should also at the top side, be looking for ways to strengthen DoD and service level policy and guidance for additive manufacturing, and looking for the right places in the acquisition policy, as well as the sustainment level policies. And again, the DoD 5000 series, the DoD 4000 series, for adding additive manufacturing into those policies. And again, strengthening from the top side what it is we as a community want to be doing. And then I think there's great opportunities, and we all talk about the foundational building blocks of these transitions in additive manufacturing. And there's a lot of great work going on the standards, in the standards world. We heard what the Army's doing with mill standards, as well as what NIST is doing to facilitate the whole business of now the industrial standards, the ASTMs, and the other standards that need to be done. But we need to do a better job, I think, of integrating the standards groups around those activities, whether they're industrial standards or whether they're standards for the military. And I think that, as I sit back and I listen to everything that happened today, those, to me, are the ripe areas of opportunity where we can come together as a community of interest and drive, then, additive manufacturing more rapidly, more efficiently than we've been able to do today in our silos. And that's really all I have. It's a good wrap up of what I observed today, what I set out to do with our partners in NCMS today, and trying to bring this community together for a day to try to figure out, hey, where are we and where are we going? So I have a better understanding of it. It's going to help me then communicate with my counterparts in research and engineering and the JDMTP on where we see the opportunities and what we hope to do to focus those activities, those efforts, and those resources toward additive manufacturing. And again, thanks everybody for being here today. It's only a workshop if we all show up and work. So really appreciate it.
We thank you.
That's all I got, Connie.
Thank you very much. You hit everything you needed to hit. It was beautiful. So we appreciate all of you. This has been wonderful and very, very productive. I think that we're going to go forward from here and hopefully do some great things together. Thank you.